things. One is I really like Jordan Mailata. I think he's one of the coolest stories of any player in the NFL on his path. I also think he is reacting not to anything the Chiefs said, not even, I would hope, to anything I said, and if it was, I'll clarify it. I think he's actually reacting to Schefter, because Schefter had the comment Monday morning, the Chiefs didn't lose this game Sunday, they lost it back in March when this rule, well, you know what I mean, when this play was allowed to stay in. So listen, I can't speak for, and I think Adam was trying to be colorful with his, his storytelling. I want to be clear about my take on it. This is not why Kansas City lost. Kansas City lost because at this moment, Philly is better, and in that game, Kansas City made the only catastrophic error. That is why the Chiefs lost that game, okay? And I think the Chiefs would tell you that.
Yeah, I didn't hear much.
No, it was. I mean, Chris Jones talked about and was asked about what he was mad about in the false start, but I haven't heard any Chiefs say we lost because of this, and so I want to make that clear.
I agree with that.
With that,
that is essentially what Chris Jones was saying. By the way, let's be very clear about that. And also yesterday, Nick had a clip, which I just didn't cover it, where Nick literally said, I think the Eagles have been getting away with doing this move illegally, and now it's not going to. And that's why they've been so successful. And now that it's going to be officiated differently, they're not going to be as successful. So, let's be very clear here. Be very clear, said, it is not accurate for anyone to pretend like the Eagles getting away with neutral zone infractions and false starts is new. And to demonstrate that, I would like to play you two clips. One is from Jason Kelce 2 years ago saying, yeah, well, I'll let you hear what Jason says about what the refs said to his team, and a nice explainer on what the neutral zone is. Here's Jason Kelce 2 years ago talking about the Tush push, but they did send a warning that Landon has been in the neutral zone, and that is against, the only player allowed in the neutral zone is a center. The ball is a neutral zone. No offensive player or defensive player can break the plane of either side of the ball. All the offensive players have to be behind the ball other than the center, who is obviously holding the ball, and all of the defensive players have to be on the other side of the ball. Landon has been lining up in the neutral zone, so they warned us before the game. That's 2 years ago that the refs were on alert about it. Here is a game I know Brew remembers. Ravens-Eagles last year on a tush push touchdown. Tony Romo on the replay of the touchdown. Actually, that's a false start technically. Boy, look at that. On the ground. He picked it up, recovered, and got across. Just needed inches. It's a false start. That should be called a false start. Everyone moved before the ball was snapped, but no flag exists. So that's the frustration. The frustration is it is not something that just happened this weekend. It has been, if you really watch the league closely, and I know all of us watch it closely, also have always hated the tush push. You've noticed this for years that, okay, this is making my blood boil now, right now. I'm with you, Miata, because this is what we want to do. You want to now show clips and say, this is what's been going on for years. This is the problem the Philadelphia Eagles have been getting away with. Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? This was the holding call. This was the holding call in the literal Super Bowl. Okay, the most gentle touching. Okay, here's Greg Olsen on the call in the Super Bowl scenario. You'll see James Bradbury, they're going to say he grabs him, he's got his left hand on his back. I don't know. Mike, listen. I think on this stage, I think you let him play. Obviously, Mahomes thought he saw. It changes the entire complexion of how this classic game is going to end. Still have to get interesting. Here's Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, this past Super Bowl, with the Philadelphia Eagles versus Kansas City Chiefs on the A.J. Brown call on the 4th and long, just getting off the press on McDuffie. Oh, don't like that one bit. This is too critical of a game. The hand fighting is going on down the field. What do you think, Mike? And certainly I agree when you look at their hand. So that's Tom Brady now. So you want to point out, Tony Romo says that this should have been called. What about Tom Brady here? What about Greg Olsen? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Are we serious? Here's Troy Amon in the playoffs. The Kansas City Chiefs versus Houston Texans. The score is 13-12 right now. The game is literally in the balance. Patrick Mahomes just baited a terrible roughing the passer call. Here's Troy Amon. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 39. Come on. 15-yard penalty. The end of it. Yeah. I mean, he's a runner, and I could not disagree with that one more. And he barely gets hit. That's the second penalty now that's been called against the Texans. And Troy, I agree with you. There's no forceful contact to the head neck area of him. The two Houston players hit each other. That should not have been a foul. And if you, hey, well, thank you, Russell. They've got to address it in the offseason, is what he says. And then the clip ends. Interesting. So the official ref for the broadcast said that that's not a foul. The ESPN rules analyst Russell said that shouldn't have been called. The second time this shouldn't have been called. Troy Aikman's like, this is ridiculous. They got to address this in the offseason. I don't remember anyone. I don't remember Nick defending this at all. I don't remember Nick trying to show any of these clips here. He said, this is ridiculous. How dare they bring this up? This is nonsense. This is taking away from the Kansas City Chiefs' greatness. Are we serious right now? Are we serious? This is getting out of control right now. This is getting out of control. This was in the literal Super Bowl for the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you think that was a holding call? Do you think they threw the flag? They didn't. I mean, he's literally yanking him down by the neck. He's literally got his face mask here. No penalty. No penalty flag. By the way, here's Chris Jones complaining and essentially blaming this for why they lost the game. Sometimes can't get them all the calls, right? And just because we see it, sometimes the official is 15 to 20 feet away. Sometimes you can miss those small things, and we think he jumped multiple times. So an official didn't see it, so it wasn't call. And, we just got to go play the next out. Interesting. And I'm going to now cut together a clip that I had made before about all the missed calls in that very game. So please do enjoy. What's this? Is this all the missed calls that I was able to find just by quickly going through the game? What's this? All these holding penalties that were not called against the Kansas City Chiefs. What's this? Devontae Smith getting just body to the ground. Something that's no longer illegal whatsoever. What's this? Getting held all day, every day. Literally having his jersey tucked. Huh? What's that? Just endless plays all over the place. Really? That's where we're at right now? A.J. Brown just getting decked here where the ball is still in the air? That's defense. That's not pass interference now. That's not pass interference. Really? That's weird. This is roughing the passer. 15-yard penalty? Really? Okay. Sure. You gotta love another good holding penalty. Not called here. I mean, he's literally being held. I can't see because of the screen, because of the way how the picture's taken up. I think that's Jalen Carter. I'm not positive, though. Literally being held. As he has a free range to Patrick Mahomes. That doesn't count. Again, some of these are tough because I think the referee's just 10 to 15 yards away. He's literally getting hugged right now to stop Patrick MS. He's giving him a little cuddle, a little belly rub over there, but it's okay. I mean, at the top of the screen, right? So Patrick Mahomes, right by his head, he's literally being grabbed by the net. He's literally being kind of shoulder, headlocked there. Again, these are tough because these are screenshots, obviously, but it's just, this is just from this game. I literally just quickly went through this game. I was like, let me find all the times that there was a hold that wasn't called, and let me just take screenshots. Look at this. These were all different plays, but look at this. There's a different play where he's got, where the O lineman has a defensive player in a headlock. Another play. This isn't hold. Do you see how his arm is wrapped around him, around his neck? Heck, the other defensive lineman for the against the Eagles in the middle deal could also be a hold. It's just a little bit harder to see, but definitely the other one. I mean, it just, come on, man. What are we doing here? Look at this. Look at this. These aren't called. Is it just too hard to officiate? I mean, this image right here is so good because you can literally see him behind. So, he's behind. So, he's at the back of the Philadelphia Eagles player, and he has his arm draped over his shoulder holding him back, allowing Patrick Mahomes time in the pocket to throw. So, yeah, welcome back. What are we doing here? Do you understand? Let's look at this timeline of events right now. Okay, there's now that the Eagles have won the Super Bowl, there's been a huge campaign to get rid of the touch push. Before, not so much. Now there's a huge effort to get rid of it, and they said it's dangerous. That was the whole thing. If you remember Sean McDermott, like, they're all coming out, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. We have to protect the players. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. And there's like, well, there's no research to show that it's dangerous. And Jason Kelsey's like, it's not dangerous, guys. Like, this is actually like, I'm comfortable running this play all day. Like, it's not dangerous at all. And they're like, oh crap. Okay. So it's not more dangerous. Okay, what do we say? What do we say? It's bad entertainment. It's bad viewing experience. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see this, except for the fact that the Eagles Kansas City Chiefs set the record in the Super Bowl for the most watched game. And then the Eagles now just played the Kansas City Chiefs again and just had the most watched game ever on a Sunday game. 33.8 and 8 million viewers tuned in to watch America's Game of the Week, featuring the Philadelphia Eagles win over the Kansas City Chiefs. Fox's best ever regular season Sunday telecast. Most watched Week 2 NFL telecast on record. Most watched September-October game ever. Most watched telecast of any kind since the Super Bowl, up 21%. Over last year's comparable Week 2 delivery, 27.9 million. So nobody wants to watch the Philadelphia Eagles play. Yet, everybody watches the Philadelphia Eagles play. So we know it doesn't hurt views because the Eagles are literally one of the most watched teams in the NFL. We know that. We know that. That's like a literal undeniable fact. It's just basic math. Just basic math. And so now that doesn't work. So the injury doesn't work. The people don't want to watch it, that doesn't work. Now it's, well, they're just cheating. They're doing it wrong. It's not being officiated correctly. That's the biggest problem with this game right now. I gotta tell you something. I watch all these shows. I'm interacting with all the people in the comment section, social media, all the stuff. The fans absolutely, positively, undeniably, it's not even up for debate, lose their minds and freak out when you see a bootleg roughing the passer call against Patrick Mahomes, when he's clearly baiting the defense and the whole thing, and then that next day everybody freaks out about it. During the game, everyone freaks out about it. When there's no holding calls, everyone's like, this is ridiculous, this is not fair. Call the game how it's supposed to be called. Troy Amann's like up in arms, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Throughout the years with the Eagles doing the tush push, there's been no fan uproar. Zero. None. The media will try to make something about it. But when the Eagles were doing this, even when it got, comically absurd against the Commanders, nobody was flocking to online social media comments where they were saying, this is ridiculous. What? I can't believe this is happening. This is not fair. Nobody was saying that. They were saying that with the roughing the pass air calls. They were saying about that. So tell me, what do you think actually ruins the game? What actually makes you feel like you're not getting a fair chance as a fan watching your team play? What happened to the Houston Texans? Or what happened to the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs? Or the Washington Commanders when they hung 55 points and, 40 points? Like, what do you think? Who feels more robbed of a chance? You tell me. Was it the tush push that caused all those turnovers? Was it the tush push that held the Green Bay Packers to 10 points in the playoffs? Was it the tush push that punching out fumbles against the Los Angeles Rams? Was it the tush push? Was it the tush push? Why Patrick Mahomes had 2 interceptions and a fumble? Is that what it was? It was all the tush push. Really? That's pretty cool. That's a powerful play. Was it a tush push that led Jalen Hurts to lead the NFL in postseason for rushing yards? Was it the tush push why he set multiple rushing records? Was it the tush push why he had a greater than 75% completion percentage? Was it the tush push why he's a Super Bowl MVP? Like, wait, what? Like, really? I really He had nearly like 200 rushing yards this postseason. He did a tush push, 200 yards, 200 times. It's like 5 point something, like I think it was like 5.6 yards per carry. You know, every time you do a tush push, that counts as a carry. And so therefore it would only be like a yard, which would then crush his yards per carry. Like, you guys understand that we're in agreement here. We understand. We also know that quarterback sneaks have been used forever. We also know that like regular traditional QB sneaks for a yard happen at an incredibly high rate and a very incredibly high success rate. We know that teams all over the NFL are doing it. Someone's doing it right now in a high school practice and a college practice. It's happening right now. They're doing a quarterback sneak right now. Just wait. It just happened. Someone just did it in Texas. Someone now just did it in California. And someone just did it in New York. It's crazy. And we're just going to pretend like this is some just magically unique thing to the Philadelphia Eagles. Really? Really? That's interesting. Gosh, gotta love it. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about this collective chaos and just collective delusion around the Philadelphia Eagles? Why they win, and then the tush push? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.